internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Well,
First question, why is the value of XRP so low? Well, our view is XRP is actually at a good price. It's risen significantly in 2017. And we look at XRP as an intrinsic component of the future model. So this isn't a speculator currency. It's a currency which is a long-term play for the future global transaction space. And that, I think, is incredibly powerful. So we're here for the long game. And we're delighted at the rise of XRP and its resilience. And we believe that in the long term, it'll grow quite healthily as a result of what we're doing by creating this infinite value. And, you know, transforming how payments work worldwide, that's a really big deal. That is transformative. And again, one of my earlier slides about payments being the bedrock of everything else that happens on blockchain, that's so true. If you get this right, everything else will start to build. And that's why what we're doing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This is crazy. The number that the DTCC has put out as their updated one at their total securities process is going to completely blow your mind. This is back from 2020, $2.3 quadrillion. I'm going to show you the updated one in a moment. But before we get to that number, remember Nadine Shakar. Okay, you got to really listen to what she says here, and you got to understand what these guys are planning. She is serving as the managing director of global digital assets at the DTCC. And they just bought Securrency last year for their institutional DeFi push. But the thing is, Securrency, it's not a competitor to Ripple. So I don't want anybody out there sitting there being nervous that they're using Securrency as an infrastructure, because Securrency and Ripple are two completely different things. XRP, the native digital asset on the XRP ledger, is what separates most of these infrastructures that are built by third-party private actors. And since inception, the goal with XRP was to create a level playing field across every single economy across the world. And in today's video, I want to show you that they're looking towards a tokenized future. And the numbers are so big, it just makes sense why Donald Trump said, let's pay the debt with Bitcoin, give them a little crypto check, right? Because if they're really going to push this to the levels they're going to want to push it, the value of XRP at $100 is going to be laughed at. It's going to be comical. Even 57 cents right now is comical. I know, I get it. But when this starts moving, a lot of people are going to miss out on this. But listen to what Nadine says. And also listen to what they were walking around back in 2017, 2018, what they were calling for.
In 2017 and 18, I was walking around the IMF and World Bank days of the OECD saying everything that can be tokenized will be, including non-native digital assets, physically off-balance sheet things where, you know, really there are huge opportunities in opening up participation and liquidity. But, I couldn't agree with you more.
And we're in 2024, going into 2025, and we're on the verge of this evolution taking place. And then we're going to get into Ripple stablecoin, Garlinghouse, all this bullishness, and people still want to doubt it, but that's okay.
Assets in the world, depending on whose report you read, it varies between 300 trillion and 700 trillion. It is my firm belief that everything can be tokenized. So it could go, I honestly think the sky's the limit. I truly believe everything can be tokenized.
But you heard Nadine say trillions, 400 trillion. But take a look at this. Total value of securities processed, $3 quadrillion. And if you guys remember, we didn't have this updated number yet. Last time it was about 2.7, But I did tell you guys in that video that it's probably higher than 3 quadrillion, and we're at 3 quadrillion, and the next report will be higher than 3 quadrillion, which is insane. That is such a large number. And listen to what they say here and look at their timeline. Resilience also includes having modern and high-grade infrastructure to operate and execute effectively while meeting regulatory expectations. Modernization is one of the 4 strategic pillars of our corporate strategy. And while there are many efforts across the DTCC to achieve this goal, our target focus will be on modernizing the most critical systems supporting U.S. clearance and settlement by 2028. And this settlement ecosystem as a whole is so massive, and that is one of the solutions that Ripple was delivering to their problems. Okay, and Ripple is the leading enterprise in this whole ecosystem. And if you sit there and tell me they're not, get out of here. Oh my goodness, you got to be completely brain dead to go against those facts. And listen to this, they're addressing the pain point where cyber threats, and you guys think I make this stuff up and you guys think I'm trying to create some sort of FUD. No, this is reality. There's going to be so much money flowing into this ecosystem. We're at ground zero at 2 trillion, 50 trillion, 70 trillion, 60 trillion. Do you know the amount of wealth that's going to be created? And you don't think there's going to be a cyber attack where a lot of wealth is going to go missing? In my opinion, I think it's going to happen, but take a listen to this. So they're preparing for cyber threats. It says here that there are stakeholders who have raised their expectations around planning and recovery from potential attacks. We continue to devote significant resources to strengthen our cyber defense and engage with the public and private sectors to share information and expertise with our colleagues, right? They're just spreading FUD, right? No, they're preparing for what's to come. The world is drastically changing. We're about to go through a time warp. Don't listen to me, listen to Ray Dalio. And if you haven't already, last day, Sunday for the weekend, 2 biometric discount wallets, link in description down below. Do not keep your assets on exchanges. They are going to be targeted when this whole ecosystem blows up. $130 off. Make sure the 24 hours crypto exclusive discount page is on the website so the discount gets applied. And in the future, you could sell these to your family members. I'm telling you, that's what I've been doing. They don't have it. None of my family members have it, right? So they're onboarding. Things are going to get delayed. Get in before the herd comes. Link in the description down below. This is not going to last. And let's continue to how big this ecosystem is going to get, let alone forget tokenized assets, right? You heard that Ripple is going to be allocating $10 million to Open Eden for their treasury bills. And a lot of people said only 10 million. You know, they're not going to come out here prematurely and say 500 billion or 50 billion, right? That's going to create that, you know, they're setting expectation there to the public that the value of this whole ecosystem is going to go up drastically, right? That's the last thing that they're going to do right now. But listen to what Brad Garlinghouse says here about just the stablecoin ecosystem. Just the stablecoin ecosystem, okay? Forget about settlements, tokenized assets, all that stuff. Just the stablecoin ecosystem.
And what does this mean for XRP? Do the two work in tandem, or does the stablecoin supplant XRP's utility?
Look, we are 100% behind the growth and development of the XRP ledger and the health of that market and that ecosystem. We think having a stablecoin built on the XRP ledger actually adds liquidity to the XRP ledger. We already have been using stablecoins in our payment flows. So this is just kind of a natural extension. We'll continue to absolutely prioritize XRP, but there's times and places where our customers want to see US dollar to US dollar using a Ripple stablecoin. We think makes sense in those flows.
So you're getting into the business of stablecoins. It's pretty crowded, $200 billion, the collective market cap, Tether, USDC, other players. Why now?
Well, look, I think if you look at where the market is going, well, you're right. It's somewhere between $150 and $200 billion today. I think forecasts are that it's going to be somewhere around 2 trillion to 3 trillion. So that's growth of 10 to 20x where it is today. So that in of itself is those are fun markets to be in, that they're growing quickly. The second is I think there's likely to be some shifts in market share. Today, Tether is by far the dominant. The U.S. government, for better or for worse, we can debate, but the U.S. government has kind of expressed concerns about Tether and how it operates outside of the United States, representing a U.S. dollar. I think the U.S. government has taken the position, well, if you're representing a U.S. dollar, you need to be regulated by the United States. That isn't the case today, and I think there may be some shifts in how that market share. But look, overall, I think Tether will continue to grow. I think USDC will continue to grow, but I think there's a lot of room as that market grows for a Ripple-backed stablecoin.
And I want to make it very clear, Tether is not going to be around. Tether is not going to be around in maybe 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, but it is not going to be here. And think about the two major players right now, USDC and Tether. But you got Ripple coming in, one of the most attractive, most highly regulated financial crypto infrastructures out there that have every connection you could possibly name. And when they project that whole $3 trillion by 2028, those expectations, again, are very, very low. They're not going to come out here and give you the big picture. They never do. Why would they? They never do. And when we just divide up Ripple USD and USDC, that gives you 1.4 trillion, 1.4 trillion. And then you have these all other little small wannabe stablecoins like DAI and like Paxos, those stablecoins. But this is very important for you guys to understand that as the stablecoin ecosystem goes up and as Ripple's stablecoins market cap goes up, the value of XRP will be double whatever that market cap is for Ripple's USD, because it needs to have enough liquidity to handle these large transactions. So if the market cap for Ripple's USD coin is $1.4 trillion in the future, it will reach those levels 100%. Snip this. The market cap for XRP will be around 2.8, maybe $3 trillion, but a lot higher. And this is, we're looking at it from one avenue of stablecoins. Think about all the other use cases now that's on the XRP ledger that is going to be utilizing the XRP token. And let me give you the current situation, right? Let's say we're going to use 50 cents, round number, circulating supply, 66 billion XRP, and the current market cap is roughly 33 billion. So let's say we want to move the 500 billion, assuming no other mechanisms are in place to buffer or distribute this demand, a massive amount of XRP would be required. At a 50 cent XRP, you would need 1 billion XRP to move 500 million, just 500, not billion. Therefore, if you want to move 500 billion, you would require a trillion XRP at a 50 cent valuation, which there's only 100 billion XRP. So in order to counter that, what happens is the value of XRP goes up and boom, right? And if you don't understand that, I truly feel bad for you because I cannot help you think. That's one thing that I cannot do. But I could try to show you some, very easy to understand, in my opinion, point of views. So as demand increases, the price will rise sharply in a way. For example, the price were to, let's say, $5 per XRP, and you're moving 500 billion, and you're not going to move one payment at 500 billion. We're countering every use case that's happening on the XRP ledger in those seconds, right? FX, bonds, settlement, derivatives, debt, all the use cases that can leverage XRP, right? All going full throttle, 24/7, every single day, 365. In order to do that, at a $5 per XRP, you need 100 billion XRP. So which means all of our XRPs are gone, myself, yours, including. We would all have to give up our XRP into the ecosystem, right? It's not going to work. Like this price, everybody wants to talk about price. there is a bigger plan behind this. It's an actual financial product that actually provides real use case that hasn't been fully integrated yet. So this is still way above the circulating supply at 100 billion XRP requirement, right? So when you unlock the Internet of Value at full scale, it cannot be achieved with $100 XRP. The price must and it will be higher, and that's a fact. Let me leave this with you, and I'm going to end it off right here. This quote right by me. If you're looking to unlock the Internet of Value at full scale, it cannot be achieved with $100 XRP. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let everybody laugh at us. I love it. Let them tell us we're retarded. We have a mental illness. We've been talking about this for 4 years. Nothing's happening. We're still at 56 cents. Blah, 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 blah. But they're going to be checking themselves into a mental asylum if they haven't bought XRP, because they're going to be kicking themselves because everything was right in front of their fingertips and their eyes. So with that being said, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Link in the description down below. Last day, today's the Sunday. And again, the DTCC addressing the cyber threat. It's not just us. The World Economic Forum is even telling you. Klaus Schwab is even telling you. It's all pre-planned. It's going to be scary. Again, I'm not trying to spread FUD, but you got to expect unexpected, right? Look what happened to CB19, guys. Come on, wake up. The world's a completely different place. Completely different place.
First, it's around geopolitics. The most striking finding that we found is that 93% of cyber leaders and 86% of cyber business leaders believe that the geopolitical instability makes a catastrophic cyber event likely in the next 2 years. This far exceeds anything that we've seen in previous surveys. Now, the concern goes beyond politically motivated cyber attacks, and I'm sure Prime Minister Rama will be able to give us more information on that later on and how these can be dealt with. And we see with the increasing digitalization in the world, this as well increases the interconnections that we have across various services. It also makes it more difficult to find the experts that we need to address these cyber challenges that are in front of us.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.